till my heart stops beating. 4 sacks when I start not reaching. It's more life cause I can't stop. Raggo.
A Star's new album is out, Born and Raised. Let's have a listen to it, yeah? Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I was born and raised in Leytonstone. I shout that till my heart stops beating. 4 sacks when I start not reaching. It's more life cause I can't stop breathing. Yeah, more time I just love speaking. Anyway, I like that back way talk. It's driving and boring. It's not starting, I'm yawning. Wake up and read a psalm in the morning. I keep calm when they're warring. Start with a caution. Only fight on my knees right when I see. Trust me, it's part of the schooling. Wide awake and alarm, no drooling. Go hard, no stalling. All in. Forget those bits. You know me, Elstone kid. Esco's bits. Block to the shop for the march. I had to do 10 toes quick. No joke, let's go in. Gotta go old school on the retro thing. Old school on the presto thing. Back when I used to get those kicks. Don't stall or matter when I do this. Racing the gutter with the cruise lift.
Oh, do you know what? I'm loving those little fills there on the snare. Well done to whoever produced this track. The fills on that snare. Oh my days. Yeah, just like icing on the cake. This is a banging track. What a great way to start the album. Well done, A Star. This is wonderful. I love it.
Picked up the mic from 14, 15. From then I've been bruising. Shit. Now it's 100 with the music. Feels like I still gotta prove that.
Ah, yeah.
Mais moi non, où tu as pu boy? Azoyemba bien. Ah, en tout cas, Nzamba Pamola Esta. Beta Ndule Esta. Beta Masas. Beta Masas.
What new on my plate with a quanger? Wash that down with a Fanta. Can't believe I would hide that I'm African just to dodge them guys with a banter.
Oh, see that? Can't believe I would hide I'm African just to dodge them guys with the banter. Rhyming with Fanta. Like it. I like it, A Star. I like it. Like it a lot.
Now rap hard in the booth, gotta start with the truth, no power in my roots. At 19, the Lord saved me. Till this day, I gotta give thanks, bruv. That's a good look. Saved by grace, but my plans never look good. When I thought I could land on a good book, East London.
Saved by grace, because my plans never look good. Yeah.
Weatherman in my book, standard also. It's been weighing down on my torso. I keep comparing myself, that's why I'm not really a fan of award shows.
Very honest. I keep comparing myself. That's why I don't like award shows. I'm getting the feeling this is going to be some honest lyrics throughout, especially one of the tracks that's coming up later that I heard a bit of before. Bruv's bringing some honesty in these lyrics here. Thanks, bruv. Appreciate it. We need that. Nuts. Loving it. Track 2.
I was born and raised in Leytonstone.
It's not me. Now this takes me back. Oh my days. So for any of you older heads,
that's East London. Sometimes when the gets be pumping, the man them were quick to blast, and some of the chicks were fast. It works on the block where the things will bark. Red tape where the whips apart. Get space so the tints are dark. Listen hard. Mum saying don't watch that sticks of class, cause she knows you ain't got a back to all the street codes. She ain't trying to lose us onto these roads. On the high road with the ice pole, these guys know I ain't got to speak lows. No brother that just got 30, no mother that's grieving a young son. It's all peak in the streets that I come from, praying they see peace in these London dungeons. It's not all of a sudden kick ball in the park, went school with the shots. Pen in the pad, wrote 2 little bars. Before the grams, the Jews and the cars. Man trying to recollect to see lifestyles that I won't recommend. Man still feel like they gotta represent. Some of them man still ain't left the ends, it's all mad now. 2004, few men shook power when the ends, we was all in the background. Won't prove it, spit facts now. Crime music, yeah,
that's where I come from. East London, born and bred. Man chatting, man licking, man chatting, ting.
Oh my days, this is DEE. A Star, big up man for getting DEE on the album. Big up DEE for coming on the album. Loving it.
Man chatting, man, kicking off, man chatting, man, kicking off. Let me run a little to the end, hold my mid. I don't wanna get shit, get home by 10.
Avoiding spots like cream for your acne. Got another road like an East End taxi. My environment gave me PTSD. The sirens kinda make it easier to sleep.
Love the reference to PTSD. I don't know if it's just because it rhymed or nothing, but as a guy who had PTSD almost my whole life, I love it, love it. Oh. Well done, well done, well done. Right, next track.
Stepped in, grateful, too many blessings. It's not because of anything man did, man can prove it was destined. Here now, who would have guessed it? Straight hit, man, move to the exit. Vacate, man, move to a next.
Love that bit. What was that lyric? Ain't nothing to do that man could do, can do, or something. It was destined. Like whatever that was, like heavy, like that, because we did good theology in the tune. Nice one. Like the humility in there as well. Love it.
Pagans don't debate them. Your favourites overtake them. E11, E10. Leighton stole to Leighton. Wolfram stole to Shingford. Pavements over Leighton. The ends birth so many man I can't help but see Satan overtaken. There's no debate. He's overtake.
I love that lyric. No debate. Satan's overtaking. That's clever, man. That's clever, bruv. I like that.
In my hands it was peak. Rolling round in the streets. Growing up I could see. Praying day could be free. Come around and you see it's how it goes round here. It goes round here.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that melody there.
Got mocked in the bits. At home it was tense. No pops in the clip. Can't show the respect. Ain't respecting anyone. No role models. Button everyone. But the oldest showed me the less. Start rolling with them. Got loads of connects. Now I'm skipping and sliding class. I run the block. Providing class. Climb to the top. Hiring cars. Now why would I stop? I'm in charge. Locked in the cell. No keys to the door. No phone. No line. No peas anymore. And now my freedom is torn. I think I'll bow down my knees to the floor. Only God can take me out.
Hang on.
And it's just me. Locked in the cell. No keys to the door. No phone. No line. No peas anymore.
I love that. Locked in the cell. No keys to the door. No phone. No line. No peas anymore. This is great storytelling, the whole thing. Great storytelling, man. Like a story of life on the roads, trying to make money, and then ending up in prison, not making money no more. I love the storytelling in this. I love the meaning of it. This is great.
And now my freedom is torn. I think I'll bow down my knees to the floor. Only God can take me out of this. I surrender my life and I'm shouting it. I repent, I believe, no doubt in it. This piece is real, no counterfeit. In my hands it was peak. Rolling round in the streets. Growing up I could see. Praying day could be free. Come around and you see it's how it goes round here. Goes round here. Goes round here. In my hands it was peak, yeah. Rolling round in the streets. Growing up I could see. Praying day could be free. Come around and you see it's how it goes round here. How it goes round here. How it goes round here.
Love that melody. Love it. I'm going to be singing this later. I'm going to try to stop myself singing it right now. You don't want that. Love it. Love it. Great track. Love it. Love the storytelling on that. That was a great track. All right, next one.
When they looking for me, tell them I done changed up. When they ask me where I get it, I point way up. I ain't worried about no haters, I stay prayed up. This 180, yeah, he turned it round.
All right, what's going to happen now? Ooh. Oh.
I just did a 180, I just did a 180. The project's thinking that I'm crazy, I can't let these people faze me. Cause I just did a 180, I just did a 180. One day, bro, I was on roads with the ones they know. For acting violent, I stepped wilding out and finding out that I would one day grow out of the madness. That is, running around with the habits. Fact is, I was really a catfish. Never saw who I really was, but I would one day know. One day though, cause of the love of the father, this prodigal son came home.
Oh.
Never broke or the funds ain't low. Man better know I'm made home. Sun, rain, snow. Still go tell him about the one day throw. Out of the picture, fix up, distracted, but I did a 180. So when they looking for me, tell them I done changed up. When they ask me where
My days. This is an anthem, man. Oh. Yes. Nuts. This is an anthem track. This is an anthem track. Loving it. And I'm loving the concept. I just did a 180 right there. You got someone giving us a concept, explaining about turning your life around, explaining what repentance is. I just did a 180. I love it. I love it. It's such simple concept brought out to the masses, right? And done in such a way that teaches an important truth, and in a hook that can get hooked, that everyone can get and be like, yeah. And the beat, the spitting, everything, top notch.
I just did a 180. Their opinions don't faze me. So protected, no perfection. It's only cause the sun saved me. Now I'm trying to live a life that's pleasing to the Christ, cause he came to awake me. Living different by his grace, G. That's crazy. Gotta say now, I just did a 180. 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 They're probably thinking that I'm crazy. I can't let these people faze me. Cause I just did a 180. I just did a 180. UK and overseas, we show the peace. Non-stop, no retreat. If he did it for me, he can do it for you too. I can show you the proof too. My life was changed, price was paid on the cross, cause of that I was moved to.
Yeah.
Now I can trust in him, die to myself and run from sin. Fight the pride, fight the lies of my disguise, and I can fix my eyes on Christ.
Yeah.
I can show you the proof too. My life was changed, price was paid on the cross, cause of that I was moved to. Now I can trust in him, die to myself and run from sin. Fight the pride, fight the lies of my disguise, and I can fix my eyes on Christ.
When they looking for me, tell them I done changed up. When they ask me where I get it, I point where. I ain't worried about no haters, I stay prayed up. This 180, yeah, he turned it round. Turn up when you hear the sound. I just did a 180, I just did a 180.
Yeah.
I just did a 180, I just did a 180. They're probably thinking that I'm crazy, I can't let these people faze me. Cause I just did a 180, I just did a 180.
Big tune, big tune. What's next? Ooh, 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 ooh.
Check. Boom. Blatant. 8 stars in the basement. Man better recognize when I tell a guy truth in the bars that I'm stating. Man move fast with the hating. No starts, man, are shaking. When I glance, man, I'm faking. Yo, G, don't sleep, cause it's gonna be a faster awaken. Man just hype on the mic, but I'm shining my light, so I move in shadows. I put my life in the tracks. Man just firing the facts. Racko. Racko.
Raggo. This is Raggo, man.
Raggo. I put my life in the tracks. Man just firing the facts. Raggo. Gunbar lyrics. I can't stand these gunbar lyrics. I bet most MCs in the room can't spit a 16, no gun bars in it. Try then. Silence.
Saying you can't stand gunbar lyrics and saying how not many MCs can try doing the lyric without guns in it, gun bars in it or whatever. It's hard when you just heard the lyric just now, try and remember it. And he says, try them. And then there's silence and then the sound of crickets. I got to take that back.
I bet most MCs in the room can't spit a 16, no gun bars in it. Try then. Silence. Man just step about violence. Man's getting tired of gun bar rhythms. TikTok check the timing. Stop check reminding. You ain't done half of the things you said on the track, let's not get excited. I tell a man just stick to the bars, rude boy, let's not get to hyping. Man just hype on the mic, but I'm shining my light, so I move in shadows. I put my life on the tracks, man's just firing the facts. Raggo. 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 I put my life on the tracks, man's just firing the facts. Raggo.
Well, one word to sum up that track. Raggo. Proper Raggo, man. Love it. Love it. All right.
Yeah.
It's different, bruv. Let me go first. The same beginners let me win superstition. Not my G. Still nothing can pluck me out, I'm moving with it. If I believe in God, they say I'm too religious. No, cause I believe in God, it got me moving different. I've been on a mission, blowing kisses to my babe. Tell my missus, never miss it, cause the mission never changed. This
Is that Esso? You gotta understand, I haven't got any album art or anything. Ali sent this to me in Dropbox. So I just got files, loaded them up on my decks. And so I don't know who's on any of these tracks, but I'm thinking that might be Esso. Bruv, long time. Shout out to Esso. Sounds good, bruv. Sounds good. It's nice to hear your voice again.
we will not stop, better make the most of we will never coast better stay the poster, no man. You standing with the greats, those who know they hit the flow when it came to pray. My brother had to hit the road just to make some change. Had to tell him, mate, you ain't know the second saves, and he had to break them chains. Look, I done heard this whole thing before, I ain't never letting go. We just had to let him know, like, whoa. Had to get the bro on the phone, we just had to let him know. We ain't never letting go, like, no. Now I hop up on the main stage, back up in the head, I say the same thing. I done heard this whole thing before, I ain't never letting go. We just had to let him know, like, whoa.
This isn't just a rhythm, something different for them. Finish the decision, then deliver for them. They're just killing in the rhythms, I just think it's boring. It's just drill. Get a driller.
Wait a minute, I stopped that too early. I'm going to take that back. But I was going to say, I like the programming here in terms of the album programming. The fact that we just had Rago, which is a big grimy tune, right? And there's a lot of energy in it. This track still got energy still, but it's just taking it down a notch, and it's just nice in the album to have that. Like, if after Rago there'd been another big track, it just would have been too much, I think. I think it's good that it just take it down a little bit, but still keeping it moving, and I like that. But let's hear what that lyric was about drill.
And deliver for them. They're just killing in the rhythms, I just think it's boring. It's just drill. Get a driller for them. Sick of that, had to bring it, bro.
Well, I didn't hear that. It said it's drill, get a drill, or...
It's just drill. Get a driller for them. Sick of that.
I don't know what the lyric is. It's just drill, get a drill. I can't hear it. Oh my days. Put in the comments below if you know what it is. I'm planning on doing an interview with A-Star about this album, so I'm going to ask him then, unless someone gives me an answer quicker. But whatever it was, I bet it was funny. It had me laughing before I'd even heard the end of it anyway, still.
One step at a time, it's just stepping stones. Whoa. Now we rock a little different since we let it go. Whoa. Still repping, got a persevere through all the pain. It's that boy in the corner mixed with some of that born and raised.
Boy in the corner mixed with some of that born and raised. Nice tune.
Hey man, I'm still not walking. Do you know the craziest thing? Yesterday I did physio for the first time, and for me to get up I needed a Zimmer frame. But yeah, that was quite painful, but I managed to move from the bed to the chair for the first time, which is good. Slowly but surely, you know how it gets. And thank you, like I'm still like holding on to, you know, faith and God, and knowing that, you know, even sometimes when we feel like we can't, He can. His strength is made perfect in our weakness. So that's literally what I'm holding on to.
That's beautiful. I know what it's like to make that move from the bed to the chair, like just even out of the bed, like big step. Having to use walking aids to keep going, but keeping your faith the whole time. Well done, sis.
Yeah. Let me clear this now. Fam, this ain't a minor pain, it's the kind of pain that you don't hear about. So hear me out. From as young as 5, getting rushed to the hospital, I still remember clearly, wow. I can still hear the screams, still hear the shouts. Blue lights and ambulance noises, wheelchair and oxygen mask. I got to be daft if I plan to avoid it. Can't handle the voices telling me calm down, but don't know the pain. Looks everywhere, you don't know the shame. Sickle cell.
Ah, bruv, I actually heard this track for the first time. I actually heard this before. I heard this when I was in hospital last week, and it reminded me that whole thing of when the staff at the hospital were telling you, like, don't worry, you know, or calm down, or it's not too bad. They don't know how much pain you're in. I feel you, bruv.
If you don't know, you will know today. Sharp pain in my arms and legs, feet, palms and chest, calves and head. Breathing levels decreasing, feeling like my pulse at an end. Still air in my lungs, I must breathe. Feels like no one's here, it's just me. I'm in a room full of people, yet no one feels pain but me. So I just stare at the picture frame and try to see the big picture. No more pain in the sky where we link up. One way you can help, give blood. Try to understand this kind of pain. I'm tired of trying to hide the shame.
I love it, I love it, I love it. A-Star's chatting about the hope we got if we believe in Jesus, that one day we'll be with him in heaven for all eternity. And when heaven comes down on earth, there'll be a new world where there'll be no pain or suffering. But at the same time, he doesn't leave it there. He says, give blood. So it's like there's a spiritual answer, there's a practical answer. And I love that approach that he's taken there. That is beautiful.
Releasing all this hidden pain. Trying to find a way. Put a smile to mask the pain. No longer will I hold this shame. Releasing all this hidden pain.
So like I said, this track I listened to all the way through last week when I was in hospital, and A-Star's chatting about getting on the gown, you know, wearing the hospital gown, and I'm there waiting to get my hospital gown on, and I'm thinking, I'm so fed up with hospitals. I spent a lot of time in hospitals, and it's nice having someone write a track about the experience, but also writing a track about sickle cell and trying to bring awareness. And so I would just ask people, look up sickle cell after this, yeah? Learn more about it, find out how you can give, maybe consider giving blood. And let's also just find ways to help people who've got this and other illnesses, how we can support them, not just with spiritual answers, but with practical answers as well. How can we come alongside people and help them? Well done, whoever produced this. Going from what we had before into this track, into this epilogue of the track with the strings and everything. Well done. That's a nice move there. Not always easy to do in a track, but well done.
Assassin. You can forget Triple H. I'm making your view of the cross distorted. That's why they call me X-rated. Check the cleavage. I'm the one that invented the booby trap. Don't you?
Okay, a lot of deep lyrics here. This is a track chatting about X-rated stuff. And it's saying, he's like personifying it, and he's saying, I'm the one that distorts your view of the cross, or something like that.
Oh boy, I'm a nuisance. I'm like Boaz without his wife. Why? Because when I get a hold of you, I become so ruthless. Who needs a wife when I can tap?
You see that wordplay there? Boaz without a wife. You're thinking, Boaz without a wife, Boaz in the Bible who married Ruth, and then he says, because I'm so ruthless. Clever.
55% of Christian men admit to viewing me monthly. Now that's more than 1 out of 2. And you know the great thing about that statistic? These are only the results of your brothers who even bothered to tell the truth. Well, I totally forgot.
All right, so some very deep lyrics there very deep stuff about pornography. A lot of clever wordplay, difficult stuff to hear, but important stuff to hear. And I think if there's any parents out there that I think it would just be a good album for my teenage kids, then I say yes. You're a track like that. Those lyrics is probably what we want our teenage children to hear, to prepare them, and so that they don't get hooked on pornography.
6 p.m. Rush home, slamming the door. Kick off my creps, put my bags on the floor. Airplane mode, can't chat anymore. House is empty, nobody watching. Connect to Wi-Fi, nobody clocking. I thought the last time was the last time. Lust is calling. How do I stop this? I thought I left this, but I'm back now.
Oh, I just got to say that I like the feeling on those drums. Boo, boo, boo. I love the amount of distortion on them. Big up whoever produced that track. Again, now this is a deep track. See, it sounds like we're chatting about the same topic, pornography, and chatting about, thought this last time was the last time. This is some deep stuff here. This is some deep stuff. This is a grime album that is deep. There are levels.
It's calling. I don't want to chat now. Pick up my Bible, put it back down. My flesh is pulling me back down. Now I'm back in the back pit. Fact is, I know the truth, but I don't want to practice. I'm fulfilled with this easy access. One click away, what a madness.
Fight or flight, live or die, wrong or right. I choose life, walk in the light and change its side. One click away. My downfall is one click away. One click away. My downfall is one click away.
So again, we're being brought some very good hooks from A-Star here. One click away. My downfall is one click away. It's a great hook. It's clever. The concept is clever, but it's simple. It's a great way of getting important truths of wisdom out on the streets. I love this.
I'm in too deep, feet first, it's been too peak. I've been hurt, it's mad, I feel like I can't turn back. Now I'm trapped in this 4-letter P word. You've done too much, you can't go back. I must confess it, I know that there's grace involved, so I gotta make this no.
See that lyric there? I'm trapped in this 4-letter P word. Again, very clever, 4-letter P word porn. This is very clever. And the track before, we had spoken word going into this. We even had some, I said about a clever word plays, but it sounded like there was some Shakespeare there at the end as well, like a Shakespeare wordplay that was used back in the day as using this track. Like, there's some very clever lyrics going on here, and important lyrics, meaningful lyrics.
Will show that I'm drowning blatantly. Now I'm hearing it ain't just me. As I'm sinking fatally, deeper hand pulls me out of the waves in the sea. It's only because of the cross that I'm fighting against this sin that I'm in today. I keep striving when I'm in the rain. My downfall.
Boy, I like this. And I like the fact that it's not just talking about sin, but it's talking about redemption as well. I like this.
Don't close it in. Trust when I say that God knows a thing. But I could promise you this one thing. There's not one sin that God don't forgive. He's forgiven mine, and we'll see his face in given time. The righteous fall, but they get back up, so I'll see you again at the finish line.
Good stuff.
What you mean, King? Alright, let me go deep in, bro. I don't wanna be reaching. Just speak then. Fam, when did you stop living up to the word you was preaching?
Hold on, let me correct you. You're my dog and you know I respect you, but I can't let you rewrite history. It's no mystery. I won't let you speak up if I need to. I never was a preacher, I would seek truth. And anyone I'd meet, dog, or I'd speak to, I would give him my heart. I did it on the beat too.
You can say that's true.
Never once said I lived up to the things that I once thought were the truth or the standard. Only if I spoke true to my truth, but in truth what I thought was the truth's been abandoned.
But why?
Bro, I can't lie. It's hard to reply to that. It's so complex. Why do you believe what you do? Answer me that just to give me some context.
This is deep. This is a conversation between A-Star and one of his friends who's, I don't know, I haven't heard the whole track. I don't know, but is he someone who used to believe in Jesus and then is either having doubts or has then moved away from that? I'm not too sure, but there's a conversation going on here. The way it's done is very clever. It also sounds very honest. So big up A-Star and your mate for chatting about this. I'm feeling this.
Trust me, bro. I hate when man answer a question with a question, bro. I know I'm being hypocrite right now, but
fam, if we're talking hypocrites, then I'm the first of them. The worst of them should never be heard again.
Oh, bruv, I do love A-Star's humility in this album. And like right there, he's saying, bruv, if you're talking about hypocrites, then I'm the first of them, the worst of them. I love that. I love that. And who would be expecting this on a grime album? You get me? Yeah, it's good, man. It's beautiful.
Do wrong, repent and go hurt again. It says if you hate your bro, then deep inside you murder them. Well, I must be a murderer then. No further with them, I won't be the first to pretend. Half the time I ain't righteous, but fam, I ain't never had peace like this. In my life I've seen crisis, in a crisis there I see who Christ is. And yeah, I still get doubts in that, but his grace I ain't doubting that. Doubting that he's real, I got doubts in that. One day he'll erase all my doubts in that.
I mean, I could go on, you know my thing, dog. It's like, I don't really like getting too into this stuff. People don't really understand.
I hear that, but for real, my brother, it's good to talk, man. We can go back and forth about this. These are the conversations we need to be having. We can't brush it under the carpet anymore, bro. Let's keep talking.
Yeah, very clever track. And I appreciate A-Star's friend there chatting about some of the things. And that A-Star gives him space to chat about them things. And obviously, you know, those of us who've been around a minute, we got answers to all of this guy's objections and questions. Like, we got the answers. I think it's important that, like with the same way that A-Star does, that we come to people when we're bringing answers, where first we're letting people speak and we're really hearing them, and that when we give the answers that we got, that we give them gently and humbly and respectfully. And it sounds like that's probably what A-Star would do from the tone of this track. So very clever, this track. Very interesting as well.
Check. Live on the set right now, my brother got a rep right now. If I live for the sake of your opinions, my brother, I'll be dead right now. But your rejections can't kill me. I stay protected, you feel me? You ain't gotta peel off any more layers to find out this is the real me. Wait a minute, it gets amazing. Fight for the fam, don't worry about likes on a grand rude boy, that's deprivation. If you can't wait, brother, get some patience. I ain't even got to my destination. Man tryna judge, no hesitation. I'm no clown, tell a brother from now, fam, I won't bow down to your expectations. What do you want from me? What do you want from? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from? What do you want from me? I'm trying to let them see. Brother, just let me be. Just let me be. What do you want from me? What do you want from? What do you want from me? When a clock man said I dropped off, can't lie, I was feeling away. Decreasing compliments, confidence was peeling away. Had to slap myself in the face and say, no way, man's leading the way.
I love the lyrics here. I love what A-Star's chatting about. Again, great hook. And whoever produced it, great bass line, great 808s there. Feeling it. Good stuff.
They really ain't feeling me. No time for their negativity. Live for your acceptance, die from your rejection. Brother, you ain't getting rid of me.
Oh.
What do you want from me?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How did you do that? How did you do that? I don't know if Ali there was doing that with his voice. Or that was done in post-production, but that was sick. That, hey, me. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't have tried to do it myself. Kind of ruined it there, but let me just take that back.
For their negativity, live for your acceptance, die from your rejection. Brother, you ain't getting rid of me. What do you want
Love
from
it.
me?
Love it.
I ain't gonna be what you want me to be. Yeah, I make mistakes in this fate that you can see. Yo, I can only be what God made me to be. What do you want from me? What do you want from? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from? What do you want from me? I'm trying to let them see. Brother, just let me be. Just let me be. What do you want from me? What do you want from? What do you want from me? I'm trying to let them see.
I wish this mic picked up the bass properly for you to enjoy it on YouTube. Great track. We're now, well, that was it. That was the last one, or is there one more? One more track. Final track, I think.
old times. Sometimes I look back at the days we were smiling away and time just rolls by. Don't know why. Back in the day it was so fine. Nowadays I can't cope. I keep stressing, asking questions. When will it go by? Been through a lot since them years back when I poured out my heart on the last ones. Part 2 and part 1. Trust I ain't even half that. Switch on the news, more killings. Open the papers, more killings. So tell me something I don't know. No, bro, I don't want to hear about your drillings. Real life, man, I'm living out here. And the fact is that it just keeps getting worse. Think twice in the verse, why would you want to add to that? This pedestal's way too high, fam. Take me down, I'm scared of that. Got gas when I said I do, but becoming a husband, I wasn't prepared for that. Not at all. Hard on my chest, so I got to talk. I'm doubting myself more time. Like, am I even responsible? I'm not the one to look up to. Trust me, I ain't feeling comfortable. If you ain't ready to have real talk, then my number ain't the one to call. My mistakes are my fault, cause it's only right that I talk up. Your wedding day, don't cover your sins, fam. Lost, don't die at the altar. Fully trusting I haven't been. More heartache and it's damaging. And I don't wanna show my pain, cause I want her to see that I'm strong and I'm managing. But Lord, how much is too much? It's been 3 miscarriages.
Oh. I'm sorry.
A time will come when everything's got to be bliss. No more pain, no more hospital trips. No tears, no shame, no hurt, no rain. Eternal peace, I'm awaiting the day. And that day will come when all will hail to the throne. Until then I will say, it is well with my soul.
It is well with my soul.
I would love to hear this without the auto-tune on it though.
It is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul.
Gotta be honest, this is the only part of the album I don't like. I think it's a great track, but it's way too much auto-tune on this for the context and everything. To me, it doesn't work, but maybe for other people it works and it's great. But for me to go through a whole album and only find the last like 1 minute of it is the one bit that I don't like. That's pretty big because I'm quite fussy about music and stuff. And this is a banging album. This is a serious album. This is a bad boy album. This is a grime album. This is a track that talks about the roads. This is a track that talks about pornography. This is a track that talks about illness. This is a track that talks about all kinds of stuff. And it gets very honest, uncomfortably so at some times. And it's a track that your roadman would like. It's a track that your suburban teenager would like. It's a track people my age would like. There's some samples in there that will take you back. And if you was around in the early days of grime, there's some tracks that they sound current here, but they also are reminiscent of back in the day when we was producing grime and DJing grime way back, you know, talking about like the year 2000, 2001 and those kind of times. Was it 2001? I remember it was early 2000s. So this is a track that, you know, parents, buy for your teenagers. Buy the track album. Buy this album for your teenagers, or let your teenagers know about it so they can get it. This is a great track. The production on the tracks are great. The lyrics are great. Everyone's contribution on this is great. This is a great album. A-Star, thank you so much for giving me a copy that I could listen to and do a review of. Now, big up A-Star, big up everyone who worked with you on this one. And I'm looking forward to the next album. Yeah. But listen, we're going to have an interview with A Star. We're going to chat to him about this album, God willing. So stay tuned for that. And if you listen to the album and if you've got favorite bits about this album, then in the comments below, will you put what your favorite bits, maybe your favorite lyrics or your favorite tracks, or what you thought of the album, and let us know. And if you haven't got the album, go and get it now. Like, I don't think you would regret it. This is a seriously good album. And if you've got questions you'd want me to ask A Star in the interview, then drop them beneath and maybe I'll be able to put them in the interview as well. All right, God bless.